Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another AMC video. We're going to be covering problem number 21 from the 2024 exam. So let's get started. A group of frogs called an army is living in a tree. A frog turns green when in the shade and yellow when in the sun. Initially, the ratio of green to yellow frogs was 3-1. Then 3 green frogs moved to a sunny side, so that means 3 green frogs turned yellow, and 5 yellow frogs moved to a shady side, so 5 yellow frogs turned green. Now the ratio is 4-1. What's the difference between the number of green frogs and number of yellow frogs now? Okay, so here is a frog, obviously. Anyways, the first thing we have to do is convert this stuff to an equation. Whenever we have a word problem, it's best if we convert it into actual numbers. So first, let's represent our original ratio with, let's say, green here and yellow here. Okay, so what the equation we can form from this is that 3y equals green. Right? Because if, let's say we have 1 yellow, then we'll have 3 greens. That's how the ratio works. But then what happened to this ratio? Well, the green side lost, the 3 green frogs moved to the sunny side, which means the green side lost 3, but 5 yellow frogs moved to their side, which means they also gained 5. So the thing that happened to green frogs is G plus 2. They got 2 frogs. Then yellow. Originally, 5 of their frogs moved to the shady side, so they lost 5, but then they gained 3 that came from the shady side, the green frogs. So this means y minus 2. So now putting green frogs over yellow frogs, this is just G plus 2 over y minus 2 equals 4 over 1, right? Because it says the ratio of green to yellow frogs now will be 4 over 1. So now, well, how can we solve this? Well, first we need to get the values of g and y, so we can plug them back into this equation and find the difference of number of frogs. Well, we just have to solve this by doing cross multiplication. So 4 times y minus 2, that's going to be 4y minus 8 equals g plus 2 times 1, that's just going to be the same thing, g plus 2. But how can we solve this since we have 2 variables? Well, look here. We already got the thing that says 3y equals g from this original proportion. So we can turn this into, we can keep 4y minus 8, but then g is the same thing as 3y, so we would replace that with 3y. So now solving this, we will get y equals 10. But we're not done. We have to find the number of green frogs that are here. So how can we do this? Well, we know if y is 10, we can plug this into this proportion. So 3 times 10 would be 30. The number of green frogs is 30. Now what? We're not done yet. We can't just put 20 as our answer, because remember, the green side got 2 and the yellow side lost 2. So we need to add 2 to green and minus 2 to yellow. So g plus 2, 30 plus 2, that's 32. Minus y, 10 minus 2, that's 8. Which equals 24. So the amount of green frogs there and the yellow frogs there is 24. So let's go back up and circle our answer choice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this AMC8 video, and the key idea in word problems like this is to write multiple equations. If we try to force all of this information into one equation, we would be stuck instantly, and that's what a lot of people try to do. But it's better to just make multiple equations and later combine them into a single proportion in order to get our answer, right? Because we found the scenario, we found how many yellow frogs and green frogs there were, put that into variables, and then solve for those variables for our answer. So please, please, please smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.